Welcome, everyone, to this special meditation today. We're going to explore some of the possibilities that exist for all of us when we tune in to the quantum field, when we tune in to those non-physical aspects of ourself. And if that sounds exciting, I would love to invite you to get nice and comfortable wherever you are. Sit or lie down, whatever feels right for you. I recommend a nice straight spine. Your spine is like your antenna. And as you breathe deeply into the belly and out, just maybe feel your spine straightening. Maybe you can feel yourself really tuning into what I like to call your quantum self. And I can always feel a difference when I'm tuned in, tapped in. It's a noticeable shift in frequency than when I'm simply in my human part of myself. I'd love for you to explore this in your meditations at the start of your day or anytime throughout your day. See if you can, kind of like a radio where you can switch between stations, find a way to really anchor in this feeling of you tapping into the quantum. One of my favorite ways to do this is to take a nice deep breath into the belly and then breathe out slowly. And notice on the out breath, something very special happens. So as you take another deep breath into the belly and out, just observe that moment after the out breath. There's a moment of peace, of nothingness, where there's no mind. And this is the place I like to come to when I have big questions, when I'm looking for alignments or activations. So I call this the quantum state. This is one of the things we teach in our Q-RIT modality, where you can make this your default. You can make it so that you are tuned in most of the time, that you make decisions from that higher place. And as you breathe and soften and relax, just feel how expansive it is to make time to tune in. Every single one of you listening to this, I believe you are on the leading edge of consciousness. You are one of the people that is here on the earth right now that is able to see more, hear more, feel more than the average person. Perhaps you are just learning how to use your gifts and abilities, or perhaps you've been using them for decades, and maybe you're finding new ones constantly. And this process of tuning in is how I like to receive what I call my instructions from the cosmos. It's one of the greatest gifts that happened to me when I had my awakening, to have this direct line of connection with whatever you call that energy that creates everything. That energy that turns an apple seed into an apple tree and makes the apple tree produce apples every year, whatever you call that energy. The energy that grows your fingernails and grows everybody's fingernails on the entire earth, whatever that is. And if you're soft enough, if you slow yourself down enough, you can access this infinite wisdom that's in the field. And as you take another deep breath into the belly and out, perhaps you can just feel an expansion in your body, in your being. Maybe you can literally feel your vibration raising as you tune in to this energy that creates everything. And if that energy was to have some kind of color or texture, maybe you could see it as some kind of color or texture, and you can just breathe that energy into your body. You could fill yourself up with that. Some people like to call it love. Some people like to call it light. Imagine you can breathe it in and see it going around your body, coming into your cells, activating your DNA, allowing you to remember who you truly are. Remember why you came here. There is something so magical in your life experience, in your skills, in your personality. You have a real gift that can make this life and this world even more beautiful, even more free. And there are so many people on the earth right now looking for guidance. If you are brave enough to offer it. And as you tune in and remember who you are and remember your unique frequency that you are here to bring to this earth at this time, I call this the Great Awakening. It's so easy now with technology to do a meditation just like this and inspire people all over the world. You could share this with your friends in Africa, America, Australia. Somebody in the middle of the Amazon jungle could listen to this with a sat phone. It is such a phenomenal time. And when we remember that your body is the most powerful piece of technology in the cosmos, your brain is more powerful than any supercomputer ever invented. There are technologies in your body that most humans have no idea even exist. But those of us on the leading edge of consciousness, we just remember a little bit more. And then we can help remind others. And it creates this ripple effect where your fire in your heart lights a fire in another person's heart. And one candle can light 1 million candles. It doesn't take anything away from them. And then the whole world has light. I'd love to remind you, maybe you can feel it in this moment if you take a deep breath in and out. And just remember how truly special and wonderful you are. There is no one like you in this entire cosmos. You are the only one. You are so incredible. And if you could see yourself, maybe you could imagine now seeing yourself from a higher perspective. Maybe you could see it from the perspective of this energy that creates everything, whatever you call that. See how much love there is for you here. Like a beautiful flower, or when you watch a young child who is so free and passionate and has no inhibitions and is just shining their light so brightly, that is how you are seen at this perspective. And you probably bring that to your relationships, to your work, to your family. You probably see people like that when you have those moments where you are most connected. And that is a huge part of the medicine that we can bring. Because if you dare to shine brightly, others start shining more brightly too. And there have been many people that have come before us that have paved the way to make this world as free as it is right now, where we can be here listening to each other, sharing like this, sharing our truth, where we can bring together quantum healers, holistic health practitioners from all modalities, from all over the world in the Quantum Healers Alliance, and we can transform the healthcare industry. Like that is possible for us. And if we work together, it's inevitable. Because I know the passion and the fire that's in my heart cannot be extinguished. It's only going to ignite more and more people. And that passion in your heart, when you tap into that core of who you truly are, it is contagious in the best possible way. You might have had the experience where you smile at someone in a supermarket that nobody smiled at all day, where you look them in the eyes and you ask them, "How are you doing?" and you actually mean it. And they're almost taken aback because you're the first person all day that's actually treated them with kindness. And now imagine when we have 1 million quantum healers in the Quantum Healers Alliance, all bringing this with healing centers all around the world, how quickly we can transform what most people think is normal to be on medications their whole life with no plan for curing, only for treating symptoms. That's considered normal. I wonder if you can see from this wider perspective. Imagine you were an extraterrestrial race. You just come to visit Earth and you see how we live now. You see how our society is set up, the political structures, the medical structures, the education system, the food system. What would they think from a completely non-biased perspective? And if they were to offer us some advice to improve the Earth, to upgrade our systems, what might they say? And this can be a very beautiful thought experiment if you tap into this part of yourself, this quantum self, and you look objectively at your own life. If you could imagine that there was a reality TV show where you were followed around by cameras constantly, and everyone could see everything that you do, all of your habits, all of your patterns, the way that you choose to spend your time, the way that you spend your money, the way that you play or don't play. And from that perspective, you could see the things that were really working and serving you and the things that really weren't. What adjustments might you offer to yourself from that perspective? Could be a small tweak that could change the game for you, or it could be so obvious that there is a huge part of your life that is out of alignment right now. What would that be? And you can write these down if you'd like to, or you can play with them inside your consciousness. Just making time to tune in and see things from this bigger perspective can make all the difference. And now if you look at your goals, whatever that goal is for you 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and you look at the path that you're on, is there anything you could change or shift in your body, in your brain, in your nervous system, in your habits, in your fears, in your beliefs? Is there anything that you could change or shift that would move you more in alignment with that goal? What would that be? Just say the first thing. It's always the first thing. If there was one big thing that you could change or shift that would just completely change the game for you, what would that be? Could be adding something in that you're not currently doing, or it could be removing something that you are. Could be shifting your internal state, or it might be something external to you that needs to shift. If you're listening to this, and you probably already live at a very high level, probably operating in a way that most people don't comprehend yet. And one of the goals that we have in the coming years is to make these kind of conversations the norm so that people don't have to suffer with these conditions and diseases when really all they need to do is figure out what's out of alignment in their life and click it back into place to see if there's some trauma there or if there's a challenge, something weighing them down that they can let go of. Instead of medicating themselves for years for something that actually is a superpower of theirs. But in our society, we call a lot of these things disorders because they make it more convenient for the people that want us to be obedient. So if you have ever been labeled as an oddball, a weirdo, the black sheep of the family, the odd one out, I hope you have found the tribe of the other quantum folk. It's one of the big reasons we're bringing people together so we can all learn from each other, so we can all share in each other's magic, because everybody has a different piece of the puzzle. And in our tribe, all the black sheep come together, and now we become a tribe of these rainbow sheep and dolphins and unicorns and wonderful, sparkly, shiny people. And you're so welcome here. I hope you feel how much love I have for you, how much love there is for you here in this space. Hope you feel inspired to shine even more brightly, even more beautifully, even more authentically. Not from a place of trying to be anything, but just effortless radiance of who you truly are. And as you take another deep breath into the belly and out, ask to be shown a version of you that shines even brighter, a version of you that's even more in their authentic power, and see what comes through for you. It might be like a movie, you might see it very clearly, it might be a knowingness. Everybody has different ways that they perceive things, and however you perceive it is perfect for you. What does that version of you look like who takes things up to the next level? How are they? How do they maneuver through the world? How do they talk? What are they doing? How do they spend their day? And if you believe it, and I really do, this is a potential timeline that you can align with. This is an aspect of you that you can choose to align with. And in Q-RIT, we call it our GPS system, our quantum GPS system. It's like you can say to the cosmos a huge yes and plug this in, and it will create a route for you where it brings you the people and the things that you need so that you can step into this, if that is your highest choice. You always get to choose. Every moment you get to choose if you act from a place of love and truth, or if you act from a place of fear. Every day that you get the gift of opening your eyes, you get to choose who you will be that day. You do not have to be the same person you were yesterday. You can completely reinvent yourself in every moment. You get a blank canvas at the start of the day. You are the artist. You get to paint it. And if you are aware that there are some areas in your life that you would like to improve, and if you feel that perhaps it's too much for you to do by yourself, find a support system, find your friends, find the other quantum beings, find a mentor or a coach, figure out if there's information you need or accountability. Only you can make those choices. You can reach out to myself, reach out to the Quantum Healers Alliance, ask in the tribe. When we all uplift each other, when we all support each other, life becomes so much more beautiful. And this is the direction we're heading in for this next chapter on Earth: collaboration over competition, oneness, unity consciousness, realizing that when we come together, we can create things so much faster. We can collapse timelines. What might take you 5 years to do by yourself, you could do in 5 months or even 5 weeks when you do it together as a team. And you know this. You've tasted this in your life multiple times, how fast everything can shift. It can be in a moment, a Satori awakening moment. That's what happened to me. Or it might be a more gradual planting of a seed that turns into a tree, and then the fruits blossom over time. Next thing you know, you have an orchard of abundance. It starts with you tuning in, figuring out what seeds to plant and when to plant them, figuring out the perfect strategy and the team and the people and the support that you need, the resources. And if there's anything you can take away from today, any one thing that could transform your life, I hope it's this remembrance that you are one of the most powerful beings on the earth right now. And you can create miracles, and you are a miracle. And when you remember who you truly are, you'll never doubt your power. And how fast can we transform the world? How fast can we transform the healthcare industry? 1 million quantum healers working together. It's a phenomenal thought to play with and put love and energy into, because seeds need nurturing, seeds need water, seeds need light. And if we all help each other take care of our manifestations, everybody thrives. And as we start to now bring this process today towards a close, I'd love to invite you one more time to take a nice deep breath into the belly and out. Just ask if there's anything that's in your highest good to know right now to help you on your journey. What would that be? If there was anything for you to know right now that's in your highest good that can help you on your journey, what would that be? And just listen. Trust that first thing that comes up. And if you have a question you would like to ask your quantum self, now's the perfect time to ask. And allow the answer to come from that higher perspective. And you can ask for more detail if you'd like it to be more specific, or if you already know exactly what those steps are. In Q-RIT, we call them the aligned actions. So we get the energetic upgrades, we get the codes, we get the wisdom, but then we have to take the aligned actions to make it manifest in this world, whatever that is, whether that's using our own physical hands or finding someone else who can create the thing, or using whatever tools we have and resources at our disposal, there is a way for you to make this vision manifest easefully, gracefully, enjoyably, beautifully, joyfully. And thanking whoever or whatever you believe in for this process, for allowing us to be here today. Thanking whoever or whatever you believe in for this life. Thanking your beautiful body for being the instrument and the vessel that allows you to navigate this life experience. And thanking yourself for showing up. I know a lot about you already because you showed up today. You are one of the people that takes action. You are one of the people that is going to have this inevitable success as long as you have a great plan, you trust, you find your flow, you remain steadfast. Thank you so much for tuning in, allowing me to guide you today. Inviting you now to feel what it feels like to be really grounded, connected to your body, to the earth, coming back fully into your body, energized, excited, asking that all the things that are in your highest good are integrated in the most beautiful way. Anything that no longer serves you is released, removed, and cleared, transmuted into love and sent to the highest and best place for it at this time, so that you can have the most incredible next chapter of your life. And when you're ready, you start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, you have a nice stretch. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes. And I'd love to invite you just for the next few minutes, if you have a notepad and a pen, just to journal down any of the things that you'd love to remember from this process. Any of the aligned actions that maybe came through. Maybe the big thing that you could shift. If you do need some courage to do that, that's one of the reasons we've created the Quantum Healers Alliance, so that people can come together, support each other. My name's Luke Scott III. It's been my absolute pleasure to share this with you today. If you would like to know more about Q-RIT, or if I can support you in any way, please reach out. I get so excited when I make new friends and when new people come and join the tribe, because you bring your magic, you bring your passion, you bring your fire, your energy to it, and it's different. Every time you walk into a room, that room is different. Every time you're a part of a project, that project is different. And you being here today, you change the experience for everybody else, whether you're listening live or you're listening on the replay. We create this vortex, this energetic vortex. So it is very important to be aware and be conscious of what rooms you go in, what projects you commit yourself to. Make sure that they are aligned, that they're uplifting, that you come away feeling energized, and your life is going to be so, so incredible.